Hello YouTube, welcome back to more World of Warships Legends. This is Talladega Night and we are getting right into the action on this one. So we headed straight up Torpedo Alley and hopped into the capture. And we've got this Alba to play with. Now luckily, I had been signaling to my teammates and we had a good group of people coming up here, so we all knew exactly what the plan is. And now I intentionally am not shooting yet so that I didn't get spotted before my smoke screen had a chance to turn on, because these Albas can actually put some hurt on destroyers, but he's got bigger problems to deal with because we've got a cruiser and a battleship behind me backing me up. Now here, I probably should have been, in hindsight, I probably should have been using armor piercing because I might have been able to poke some citadels there, but it all works out all right, and you'll see. So, and I think he had actually just extinguished a fire right before we started shooting, although I'm not 100% sure. So he's dead. He's got pretty much no chance, and I actually tweaked my build a little bit for Halsey. I mean, I didn't change the base traits, but if you saw my Halsey video, I got it to where I'm just trying to get my shooting down as fast as possible. I believe I got it down to 3.2 or 3.3 seconds, maybe. And yeah, I just love these gunboat destroyer builds. They're so much fun. So this is our first capture of the game, and spoiler alert, there will be a lot more of those. We move a lot. So the Bayern up there, he's retreating to the north, and I was really debating whether or not to chase him or whether to go through the islands. And I decided not to chase him because that's not where the objective is. I decided that going going over to the west is going to be the better play. Now you see I skipped ahead here, but we start moving toward the B cap, and we've got this French cruiser straight ahead of us. And I know I've got my friendly cruiser down to the south, but I still don't want to catch a bunch of broadsides from this thing in case he decides to target me instead. So I kind of, I'm swinging around trying to make myself a small target and just trying to put some shots into him. And you'll see the running into the land indicator is on, but what some people call running into the island, I just call free breaks. So we actually remembered to switch to the armor piercing this time, and good job, Breaks. Thank you for stopping us there. And the French cruiser just took out our friendly cruiser. Or sorry, no, that was happening on the other side of the map. The French cruiser is just coming around this island up here. He's been in a pretty hard fight with this guy, and they're both on fairly low health at this point. So this is why I'm hoping that I can get over here before my friendly cruiser goes down, and we'll see if that works out or not. But because the French cruiser's on such low health, oh, and it was actually somebody else that ended up taking out my friendly, so we tried. And we're so close. If we can just get those shots to land, you know that we're going to do it. And our first two salvos are not that great, and I'm really worried we're going to get them. And then, oh, suddenly a bunch of citadels. We take out all of his armor, go straight through all of his armor, and bring him to the bottom, bringing us to kill number 2. So we'll skip forward here again in a second. But basically, I'm just working my way over the map because we've beat our side of the map. We've taken it. And so now our group can start pushing sideways and hitting at the enemy from the side, but I want to take the B cap first. So as we're going forward, just want to say this was actually my last game in the Mahan. Not like it's the last one I'll ever play, obviously, but it was my last game before unlocking the Benson. And I've since done a couple of games with the Benson that I'll probably end up posting on here at some point. But this was my last one. It got me the experience to go over. Now, as you can see straight ahead of me, we've got a little bit of a we'll call it a convoy rather than a lemming train, moving into the center, getting chased by a very pesky Gade destroyer. Now I'm telling them I don't want our friendly destroyer to try and turn around and take him because he's on such low health. So I'm trying to get across through the quick messages that, hey, I'm gonna go over here, I'll take care of it and take this cat back if you guys just want to go and see if you can do something about those battleships. So we move in, and the destroyer actually went around the island the other way, so we're not going to get a shot on him right now. But as you'll see behind him, we have a lion that's deciding to come down this way for some inexplicable reason. So I'm hoping that I can get my torpedoes on and have them sent before he has any idea I'm here, because the last time I was spotted, I was clear between like the B and C cap. So they have no idea where I am, and he's not expecting me to be over here necessarily. So I'm waiting, and he's actually reversing. So anytime anyone's reversing, they can change directions very quickly. So I just waited long enough to know that he was going that way. And I actually probably waited a smidge too long because I lost my indicator. And if I would have been able to shoot on the indicator, I might have gotten a tighter grouping on the torpedoes. But I back up so that he won't spot me until the last possible second. Because if he spots me earlier, then he'll know, okay, there's a destroyer here, there's probably torpedoes in the water, I should change direction. But by the time he sees me, it is too late, and the torpedoes are looking really good. And I'm hoping that I can take him out with just the torpedo hits, but no, he survives with just the tiniest bit of health left, which is very unfortunate, because all of his guns are pointed right at me, and I'm hoping that I can just get a lucky salvo that'll get a few penetrations and get him. And oh, he just punishes me for not being able to finish him off with the first salvo of torpedoes. But we're able to take him out, and I pop my smoke, just thinking like, oh man, I might not be able to take this guy down. So now we're in the C cap, and if you've been paying attention, this will be our third capture of the game. Like I said, this is a lot of distance covered on this match. So we'll skip forward here in a second, but basically we win the game by taking capture points. Like, I've had so many games where I've either lost or won because the losing team didn't take capture points. So it's always worth it. Just hang around that extra few seconds, and you actually get a lot of experience for taking capture points. So if you have the chance, it's usually worth it, especially on these ones where it only takes a minute to capture them. It's usually worth it to stick around. And especially since there's not even really any close targets except for the God A. And last he was spotted, he was right in front of us somewhere. And so I have a sneaking suspicion. Oh, yep, and there it goes. You can see he's capturing B now, which is quite annoying because I had just taken that. So he's somewhere in the B cap. We're moving forward. I just skipped forward a little bit more motion. So now we're spotted. So we know he's out here in front of us somewhere. I turn it in because I know there's going to be possibly torpedoes in the water. But then we get a beat on him. He's on fairly low health himself. We have about the same, and I've got a lot more guns than he does, if I can get them on target. So we're putting the rounds into him, and we see the torpedoes, but I think he actually fired those at a friendly battleship, not at me. So I know he's got nothing left. And his health's just about gone. And we put that last salvo in, and he goes. But he actually gets another hit on us and knocks us down to 500 health. So not much. But that'll be our fourth kill of the game, and then we go and capture B again. So that's 4 captures in this game. And 4 kills. And I think 4 citadels as well. Sorry, my little mini screen's hard to read the numbers on. But anyway, this was just a fun game. I love it when you get over the experience by just a great game to kick it off. The Mahan was a great ship, and I highly recommend going up the American line. So we actually got one of the achievements, get some insignias, really need those. So we get 4,500 experience, only 56,000 damage, but we were fighting destroyers most of the time. Obviously top on our team, and even though we're not on premium right now, got a decent amount of credits for that match. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you're having a good day. We'll catch you next